Well, I gotta talk your shit for you though.
Then let's start it up. Talk to me.
I feel like I've gotten to a point in life where I'm done driving. I want to be driven,
bro.
I need a Tesla,
bro.
You're the only person I know that has driven a Tesla, so you can probably give some type of testimony to this. I want a Tesla, and this bottom line because I feel like I need to be driven. I'm tired of driving.
Yeah,
I
just didn't get to do the autopilot feature, but I mean, I still did drive one, and it's because it was a short distance. That's why I didn't do the autopilot feature. But no, for sure, bro. I want a Tesla so bad. Those are the smoothest things ever.
I'm gonna get one,
but like they're similar to like any hybrid. Like if you ever driven a hybrid, I don't know if you have, but
nah,
it's similar to those. I said similar, but they are a lot faster and a lot smoother.
You're gonna get these Tesla niggas mad. He's saying this.
I know.
It's not like a Prius.
God damn it! It's not an Ioniq. So the Teslas are smooth. I feel you though. She'd be like that. She'd be like, I'm tired of driving. I don't want to drive anymore. I need to be driven. I would love to have a car that drives for long distances. What the fuck?
I ain't gonna hold you. Teslas don't seem lit on the long distance shit because you gotta stop and like recharge, and that shit takes a minute to recharge.
Yeah.
Whether you got Netflix or not in that motherfucker, it takes a while to recharge. That's why there's Netflix in the Teslas, because you gotta sit there and fucking charge.
But
what
if you get Tesla that like gets like the was it 400,
long range?
500? Yeah, long range ones.
But even then, when you get those long range ones, and on top of that, like you got the AC going, you got the autopilot going, like shit like that, like
it drains it.
It drains the battery, so you're not getting the full like
True.
whatever. That's the downside to the road trips in the Tesla.
Yeah, I seen that they was coming out with a car that runs strictly off solar power. Like the car is, in a sense, covered in like made in the solar panels, solar power shit. I was like, that's actually lit. I mean, like, what can you do during winter when it's cloudy and rainy and shit? I don't know if that still draws.
I'm pretty sure there's some type of reserve, like battery reserve.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that shit was clean as fuck.
Yeah, no, it sounds lit. There's a Kia. It says in the commercial, I haven't done my proper research, but the commercial at least says runs off hydro. Like water. It says water is the only emission. I don't know why we ain't been did that.
What Kia is this? What the fuck?
Some new like
SUV. God, bro. Like why do cars take gas?
We got water.
Oh my God, plenty of it.
A lot of it.
90% of this bitch is water.
It's not 90, but
85.
I think it's like 70.
80. 70.
I think it's like 75.
Something, nigga. It's a large percent of this motherfucker. It's a big amount. Is water. Why the fuck are we using gas? Whose great idea was it to use gas and not water? Dumbasses, bro.
I mean, you got to think when niggas made cars, like cars were not a thing yet. like you got to think like a car had to be invented. Right? Water's probably not sustainable with the technology that they had back in the day. Gasoline makes the most sense.
I mean, I guess it's lubricant slightly. What oil is, whatever. It's still made out of oil. Anyway,
no, I just feel like I'm done driving. Like I need to be driven. Now, granted, I'm not there yet. Yeah. But like I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm prepared.
What got you to this point? What led up to this? You're driving somewhere, of course. Or were you just sitting down and like your high thoughts and
no,
I'm tired of driving.
I think it's just a matter of just seeing Teslas, and I'm like, that motherfucker drive itself. Like it's an option now. It's an option. Like when your mom was growing up, like that shit was not an option.
You had to drive yourself.
You see what I'm saying?
The option was automatic. It was between automatic and manual. You was like, oh shit, I want automatic. Now it's like I want the motherfucker to drive itself. Honestly, I think they only drive themselves on freeways. I don't know if they do the whole.
I seen a TikTok and that nigga said, "Take me to the liquor store,"
and it took him to the liquor store.
That shit backed out of his driveway.
Oh my God, that is magical. That sounds phenomenal. I've always wanted a Tesla, but
yeah, but I'm saying you were the first one to drive one. You're the first person I knew that drove one. So I was like, and you told me that shit was lit. So I was like, nigga,
it's so fast, nigga.
I don't I don't want to drive no more.
Like, just to have something that doesn't have any gears.
It's probably weird, like an adjustment.
It is an adjustment because it's super quiet, and there's no like bite back in the pedal. Like you don't hear nothing, you don't feel nothing. It's literally just a get up.
Is it like it on?
It's an acceleration. It's just, and I was like, damn, this is great.
You can get them cheap joints too, bro.
Exactly.
The Y is hard, yo.
I haven't seen that.
The Y?
Maybe I have.
No, you've seen the Y. You just haven't. You probably don't know You probably readily don't know the difference between the X and the Y. It's the easiest way to tell.
Well, the X that's the bigger SUV, right?
The Y is the SUV.
Yeah, it's a smaller one. Huh?
It's a little smaller.
Yeah,
and then they don't got the
butterflies.
Yeah,
the butterflies.
Yeah, but the easiest way to tell if it's an X or a Y is the door handles. The door handles are separate. They have individual doors. If you look on the X, the door handles meet each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's a S, a Y, and an X.
3 and a 3.
And a 3.
Model 3.
Why the fuck they 3? It's not part of the outfit. Whose idea was that? Elon, I gotta talk to you. Why is it a 3?
Elon been wild
and not like an L.
You seen this nigga control the whole stock market?
He been nigga puppeteering.
That nigga tweeted, Tesla stock too high. What?
He said that?
He tweeted it.
And then they started selling?
I don't know. I didn't follow it after that, but it's been like hella shit. Like he's the he's not the reason, but he had a big reason on why the Bitcoin stock jumped. Because it was at like 40, it was kind of hanging around like 40, 45. That shit jumped to 50 like in a day because he tweeted Tesla will now start accepting Bitcoin payments. That shit shot up. Then he started tweeting some more and was like controlling shit. Like he would start tweeting shit and his stock would drop.
Something about Doge. He was like, Dogecoin.
He's like, Dogecoin whack. Dropped it. Motherfuckers is mad. I follow this one stocks page, and she was, I think it's a girl tweeting because she runs other accounts, but she was like, "This nigga need to relax over here, fucking my shit up." Yo. Like,
that nigga got a pull. That's real power right there. To tweet something and then change a whole fucking. That's another thing. Like Wolf of Wall Street gave me insight to the stock world of like kind of how that shit works.
And that's a fraction.
And that's just
the story.
And that was back then.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. I mean, I would assume it's similar. It's probably the same, but like it's just updated.
So I mean, the stock market hasn't changed. Like everything's still the stock market, but it's just a matter of
how.
Yeah,
it's digital now. It's a lot more digital now. You don't have to fucking be calling it right there. You know what I mean? It's probably not that same.
And like I could just press a button and I own like 50 shares.
Exactly. You don't got to talk to the nigga and him try to rape you out of $10,000.
Yeah,
that shit was crazy. It's like, I'll put you down for 5,000. How about 8? How about 10? And I was like, oh my god, there's a lot of cocaine in that movie.
Woo,
a lot of cocaine. Like a crazy amount of cocaine.
They was probably doing it though, but like, also that was in the 80s, right? That was in the 80s, right?
I don't know.
I think it was in the 80s or 90s, and that's when like cocaine had like kind of broke out onto the scene. So it was kind of new, and especially like in the water. Yeah, but also in the white corporate world, cocaine's kind of popping.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure all of that is very true.
And now that you've seen, accurate. But also what's going to happen is, especially, I didn't realize this until I got older and I'm in the club scene a little more. You start realizing like who does drugs, and you start realizing like characteristics of certain people that do drugs. And you're like, oh, this motherfucker's bugging.
You are an addict.
But like before, you probably be like, oh, this nigga weird. Like, nigga weird, whatever. Yeah, like whatever. Then you're like, oh no, this nigga is just like, you be like looking at the nigga, you be like, this nigga is high as shit. Man, let me get some of that. I'm just playing, but I don't do cocaine. That's what I don't do.
I might want to bump.
I draw the line with my nose. Got to draw the line somewhere. Yeah, no, because there's a dude that owns some shit in Davis. He be coming into the store. The other day he was like this dude came into the store. He was kind of like weird out. He's like just pacing everywhere, just kind of like antsy. Yeah. And my coworker didn't notice it. But I'm helping him. I noticed it, like I'm helping him and he's not near me. Like usually if I help you, you're gonna kind of stand there, like stand with me. Not necessarily near, but in the vicinity. He's just walking around, pacing, looking at shit, just hella active. I'm like, oh, this nigga's bugging.
You are definitely on something.
And then literally as he walked out, my coworker looked at me and was like, hey, Taryn, I'd be like, that is him. Because I knew he looked familiar. He'd been in the store before or whatever. Okay. So I knew. But before he left, I was like, oh, this nigga is bugging. Like,
you knew something.
Yeah, and
then
he
was on something.
My other coworker, he didn't catch it. He was like, wait, what? He was like, I missed the whole thing. I was like, you just see this nigga just pacing around here, like he got somewhere to be and got nowhere to be. He just walking around here like a zombie.
Oh my god,
man,
anyway. In their head. Oh, which by the way, fucking Margot Robbie. I forgot to mention her. Top tier white. What the fuck? I forgot.
Top tier white woman. I got this. You ready? Miss Incredible.
She is top tier.
Number one.
She is top tier.
She's number one. Find me one better than Miss Incredible.
Better than Miss Incredible. I can't.
You got to talk your shit?
Not
you
right
got
now.
something to say?
I don't really. I don't.
It's all good, man. Let's get right into it. Let's just get right into it.